Electric meters, is that you or is that Mark?
Well, kind of both of us. I guess the only reason that's on there is because I want to let you guys know that we've had a few people call in and question their electric bills, and really their bills in general. And part of that is because of the 10 days that we added onto the bill. When we tell them that, then then they kind of, oh, okay, yeah, you're probably right. That 10 days made a big difference. Now there are some people, Rob for one, whose electric bill's gone up quite a bit.
Substantially.
The telephone company was another one. Theirs doubled. And we don't think it was because of extra usage. We think the meter was old. And this new meter's reading a lot better. Mark, you can talk a lot better about this than I can.
We kind of went on an average of what they used for, like the last month for 30 days, and then we went another average on what they used for 40 days because we had another 10, and they were real close on their usage per day. That's why I don't think I'm saying that right.
That won't work right.
They were higher.
No, they were higher, but we did.
Well, what it was like a couple of Mark's customers were, maybe 700, 800 last month kilowatts, and then this month they were 1,1500.
Yeah, a lot of mine.
So it doubled, and they're wondering why it doubled. Well, if you take the 10 days out of that, maybe they used 30 kilowatts per day last month,
50.
and they went to 40 this month, or 35.
But you had 10 extra days.
But if you take it divided by 40,
okay.
take the total divided by 40 and the total divided by 30, then you can see what they use per day, and it went up, not substantially in every case, but it did in
a few cases.
Did go up most of the time.
I think you're right. I think maybe just the meters were just that old that they weren't computing it.
Now there are some cases where it went down, but you throw in, like July would have been the month that we billed for October or for August. And July was really hot, so everybody used a lot of electricity, where August wasn't quite as hot, so the bills came down. So it's kind of hard to really tell exactly how good it worked, but we do know in certain cases that it worked really well.
Well, a year from now we'll be able to really get
we should be able to tell in a year from
really
now.
Handle on it, yeah. And then we can prove to them that, hey, listen, the old electric meter, you were stealing juice away from us.
Right. And we go by what our lost and unaccounted for electric at the end of the year, or what we billed. That percentage should be a lot closer instead of, what was it this year, Chris? I forget what it was.
That was due the first month I was here, Mark, and I don't know if it was 5%, 6, 7, 8. I don't remember exactly what that was.
Are these all three-phase that issue with? Or?
Most of the big jumps, like you saw, were three-phase. Ray's, I know, went from little to nothing to, well, you don't use much electricity anyway, but I think his went up 5 times, which still isn't much. I mean.
So CPS, I presume, our house went up, and Rob's went up.
Yeah. And at my house, mine went up, so probably. Well, there again, you can't compare month to month.
I was going to say you can't compare mine either because I
was up like 500 kilowatts.
Was ya? I didn't look at my last month because my bill is real close to about the same.
Well, we should have better
handle on it.
Information.
3 months.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that we're going to keep looking at. So
the question becomes: do we want to bank the profit, or are we going to look at it reinstituting some new rates? Because we're still making money at the other one.
Yeah.
And we're not looking to get rich off our citizens. We're just looking to pay our bills.
No, that's right.
And infrastructure. So in a situation like me, it's just costing me. It's just $2,400 out of my pocket. That just bam.
That's the bottom.
I understand.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah, I understand what we're doing here. And I understand why we're doing it. But the bottom line is, you're putting me out of business, you know? I mean, that's another way to look at it.
Yeah.
You're putting the phone company.
And that's not what we want to do.
Yeah, so, you know, in a little while here, after we have 6 months worth of data to look at, do we need to make that kind of money off of these people?
Right.
Or can we make less money off of them now and look at that? You know, that's the way I want to look at it.
You want to look at
Well, we
it
don't-
for 06?
We had to charge the rates that we charged before because that's what our numbers said we had to charge.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we're gonna just start banking $10,000 more a month, then maybe our rates don't need to be what they are.
Yeah.
You know, and again, you say the people that got hit the hardest were the three-phase ones, the bigger ones.
I think the reason that is probably, and not that this makes any difference, is they were probably older.
Sure.
You
And
know.
wired wrong, according to the guy.
Yeah, that's.
You know, he said they were wired wrong.
I have no meter on mine.
Right?
I have no meter on
But, you know,
mine.
and I have no doubt that I'm using the electricity. I'm just saying that bottom line is you're just costing me money, you know, and it's just coming right off my bottom line. I'm not selling any more groceries to cover it,
No.
and I can't hardly raise my prices.
No.
So, you know, I'm just having to eat that, and my wife doesn't get a Christmas present this year. And that's your fault. So that's, I mean, those are, I would like us to look at it in 6 months, guys, or maybe when we get ready to do summer rates again next year, you know. Let's look at it.
The rates will probably go up, but I don't know if we have to raise or not. That's
Yeah.
the next
Then
thing.
that may be the time
Yeah,
to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we put in those demand meters too for some, after the Hallett's thing, and then we were gonna,
Yeah,
Six of us on demand.
do an analysis between the old rate and
That's why I said we have to look at what we're making off of. I haven't tore that apart lately and haven't had the numbers to do it with, actually.
But you know, you're not, crop production is not on demand now, are they, or are they?
Well, south is.
We read demands on the meters.
But they're not billed demand.
No.
They're not billed anything yet,
Right.
Oh, we're not billed yet?
No,
just how it's.
just how.
No. I thought we were on that demand. I thought there was 6 of us on that.
Well, there's 6.
You got the demand meters, we're getting numbers on it,
Yeah.
you know, then we gotta analyze the numbers and see where does it work.
Okay.
I mean, because over there, my store over there is on a demand, and I have 3 different tiers, and I have different rates in the summer and the winter. And, you know, the demand does affect the way you're tiered out in the summer versus the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they've been on how long now? They pretty much a year, about a year ago when we put those on, started reading them.
Yeah, then we switched to these new meters, and we're still reading them too.
Sure, but we already know what the demand is on them now, because we have a new meter on that, so we've got a year's worth of demand on
With
it.
the,
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And now that we're gonna get a new set of numbers on actual usage, we can already apply a year's worth of demand
Right.
to the
Then we
new
can
numbers on
apply-
the usage after 6 months, just to see,
Right, then we.
you know,
can
what it
apply-
would, what kind of revenue we would generate off of it.
Right. And then we can apply our new demands on the new meters too, and compare them, you know.
To find out if that demand is being caused by 1 or 2 or 5 people or businesses, or if everybody's contributing to it, then everybody should contribute to the demand cost.
And this is October, so November, December, January, February, March. Look at it in March.
March or April. April 1st, I think, is when the new rates, whatever means, will go in. I think they go into effect the 1st of April.
Okay, then we'll have to look at it in April.
And WAPA goes in earlier, but I don't know if, see, WAPA didn't raise last year. I don't know what they did this year.
They're supposed to cut theirs. They're not, though.
I don't think,
The drought.
well, I don't think they take the drought and off yet.
They were supposed to, but.